Who in your life do you think you lie to the most on a daily basis? Integrity is, for me, as simply being a man of your word. If you didn't know, today you're going to know the person that you lie to the most. It is yourself. Because you tell yourself that you're going to do a lot of things. Those are just mere words coming from your mouth. But you don't realize that once you think it and once you say it, your body, your mind already believes that this is what you're going to do. And when your actions do not live up to the expectations that were set by your mind, then your mind begins to tell you that you are a liar. And that's how you start by hating yourself. Because can you love someone that constantly lies to you? No. So if your actions are not always equal to the truth, then your mind is going to know that every single time I say something, my body is not going to act in that particular way. Let's look at it from this point of view. If you want to start loving yourself, then you have to start being someone who is worthy of what they say. You have to be someone who acts according to how he thinks and what he says. So you have to choose your words carefully. You don't have to speak if you know you're not going to do that thing. And your yes should be very expensive, because once you say yes to something, you are obligated to do that very thing, even if you're saying yes to yourself. For instance, if you say you're going to work for 2 hours and you give yourself a particular time frame to do that work, and when that time reaches and you don't do that work or you don't live up to that expectation, you've lied to yourself, and it adds and compounds to the little lies that you've always been telling yourself. It becomes this huge thing with you creating this identity of lies, with your mind not knowing who you are, and you become this person who doesn't know who he is, and you live a life of lies, and you can't even trust your own self when it comes to doing the things that you want to do. You may hear a lot of people saying they don't trust themselves. That is very true, because they don't do the things that they say they're going to do. In order to start loving yourself, you have to stop lying to yourself. You have to be a man of your word. If you tell someone you're going to show up for a rendezvous, for instance, at 7 p.m., you have to make sure that you are there before 7 p.m. or you are there on time, because you told yourself you're going to be there and you accepted that you're going to be there at that particular time. So you're not doing it for them, even though you're doing it to respect the time, but you're doing it for you, because if your mind has already accepted that that's going to happen within that time, now it's for your actions to mirror what your mind already knows. So you have to be connected with your mind and your actions if you want to love yourself. That's just the beginning. And stop lying to yourself, and you're going to see some clarity in your life. I pride myself as someone who has their day figured out. I have a calendar with a list of activities that I make sure to do before the day closes. And most nights, when I'm reviewing footage of my day in preparation for how I'm going to spend the next day, I sometimes realize that within that calendar, I have done about only 60% of the work. So I'm still lying to myself. In order to be a man of my word, I need to hit from 90% to 100% if I want to live that life that I'm telling you about. So I was reviewing footage of my day and I realized that I'm setting all these goals for the day, but I'm not achieving all of them. How can I achieve those goals? In order to be able to achieve those goals, you have to start by reviewing how you spend your day. You have to review the things that you did and see how you could have done them differently, so that once you are in that same spot in the future, you will know how to act. And when I was talking to myself, I counted the number of lies that I told myself that day, and I was quite amazed. And I thought that, some of these lies were not necessary. And I thought about why I felt inclined to tell those lies to myself. And the reasons were, what's the word? The reasons were not sufficient or did not warrant the lie. So you have to think long and hard before you say something, and think about the why that you're saying it. Why do you feel the need to lie? Why do you feel the need to lie to yourself? Why can't you just face the truth and start loving yourself? Lying is detrimental. The more you lie, the more you become unrecognizable to yourself. So stop lying to yourself. Create a routine and follow it, and be that person that you want to be. Start loving yourself, and you see that life is going to start treating you different once you see yourself and know who you are.